The Thing is a 1982 film directed by John Carpenter and a remake of the 1951 film The Thing from Another World by Christian Nyby. Well, in my opinion, I did save the best for last. I mean, you could argue that The Fly is a better film, but I'd be fine just calling it a tie. I almost left this one off the list because what can I possibly say about The Thing that hasn't already been said hundreds of thousands of times? I don't think there's anything I could possibly add. It's a sci-fi horror masterpiece from back when John Carpenter was at the height of his powers. That even Neil Marshall called it the most Lovecraftian film of all time. And I would really have to agree. The feeling of absolute dread is just undeniable, and that is one of the most Lovecraftian themes, in all of Lovecraft's writing, I would say. That said, The Thing is not based off of anything H.P. Lovecraft wrote. It's just a term that gets thrown around, or a comparison that gets used, but whatever. So Rob Bottin was just 22 years old when he worked on the film, creating the special and very practical effects. I wanted to throw that out there because I've always been just kind of dumbfounded by it. He worked 7 days a week for over a year until his work was done, before checking himself into a hospital because he was worried about his health. I mean, can you imagine at 22 years old? That's crazy. I think about it all the time. And of course, we have the great cast of actors like Wilford Brimley, Keith David, and of course, Kurt Russell. And it's actually a cast that kind of reminds me of the cast of Alien. All individual characters that are unique to each other. They all have their own personalities without really having or needing any backstory, since it wouldn't really benefit the plot necessarily. And I'm not even going to go into the plot because I think it'd be a waste of time. Like, who wouldn't already know? That said, if you haven't seen this, absolutely go check it out. The atmosphere is just thick and cold, with a palpable amount of paranoia and dread, and the concept, though very simple, when you think about it, it's just fucking terrifying. The fact that there's an intruder in the form of one of your coworkers, and it wants to kill all of you. And after that, it's going to kill everyone else on the fucking planet. It's just insane to think about. I mean, how do you stop something that is smarter and more advanced than you? That's really the question. And now for the original 1951 film. I don't know. It's cool. It's just really not my thing. I think you know that by now. It just doesn't have the same vibe. It's really just a more straightforward alien invasion type film, and that's fine. Obviously, I'm going to give the edge to The Thing from 1982. It's one of my favorites of all time, and it was never even going to be close. But the real question is, which one do you prefer? Well, this is it for my 13 Days of Halloween series. It was pretty fun doing something different, and I hope I didn't annoy you with my daily videos. It's not something that I'm going to do often, so don't worry. I'll probably take a week off or so, but I'll be back soon with some more film reviews. Cheers, guys. Stay spooky.